Welcome back. Hi everyone. How's it going? Yeah, we just met a couple of minutes ago. If you're continuing from previous stream, welcome back. If you're here fresh, welcome to building your own teachable machine. I'm curious, what did you think of when you saw the title? Like, what is a teachable machine? What does it mean? I'm curious to know what do you think about that. But you must have noticed that there is no code required. And I promise you, we are not going to use code and we are going to build a very cool machine out of some very cool tools out there. Let's wait a couple of seconds for folks to tune in. But let me know in the chat with a single emoji, how has been your day so far? Um, Let me see if I can paste uh, my emoji. You're excited for this? Awesome. Yashwant is excited. Shinol is excited. My day has been very good, and I'm going to paste this emoji, smiling emoji for me. Let me know how your day went so far in a single emoji. Uh, I hope I see a lot of folks having joining multiple Global Hack Week streams. That is amazing. Getting the most out of everything. Super cool stuff. Oh, you're tired. Don't forget to take breaks. All the streams are recorded. It happens 24 hours, and there's a lot to take in. I get it. It's totally recorded. You can always come back later and check out. So don't forget to take a break. Stay hydrated. Hi Tanziha, how's it going? We are about to start in a couple of minutes. Nice reminder to stay hydrated. Hi Zainab, welcome back. I remember some of you folks are there in the previous stream too. Awesome. So, this technical stream is very beginner friendly if you are new to machine learning or if you don't want to code but still want to see the wonders it can do. Uh, so, we will be using a very popular tool called Teachable Machine. The name of the tool itself is Teachable Machine. It's built by amazing engineers at Google. Uh, and the aim of this is to be a web-based tool that makes machine learning models easy to create, fast, and accessible to everyone. So we don't need to have a very strong processor to create awesome models, and you don't need to know language. You don't need to even know Python to test out how machine learning actually works. Wow, you're new to this. That is so exciting. I'm so happy for you. We are going to have a lot of fun. We'll learn a lot, but fun is promised. I want to make sure you are new to this tech, get the most out of it. Feel free to do whatever, like follow your own pace. I'm gonna go slow. Let me know if I'm going fast or slow too. Feel free to go at your own pace, test out this tool and whatever that you want. So, Teachable Machine. The URL, let me drop in the link, is Teachable Machine with google.com. What is this? Like, what does this do? It's a web-based tool meant for educators, artists, students, all kinds of people who really don't know and just want to explore machine learning. And you don't need a prerequisite of machine learning knowledge to use this tool. How does this work? Well, you train your computer, that is your laptop, which in you are right now. If you're on phone, I highly recommend turning on your laptop and opening this website. I'm not sure how good of an experience you'll have on phone. You can watch this stream on phone, totally fine. But if you want to experience this, highly recommend do it on a PC. So uh, you train your computer to recognize your images, sounds, or posture without writing any machine learning code, and then you can model it to your own projects, sites, or applications, and more. Feel free to check out this website and how it works. It's very straightforward, very easy to learn. I'm going to build something very easy and very funny thing. Let's start with a couple of things, and I'm going to show you how we can build some. We can start easy, and then we can probably solve a real world problem via this. So it's a two-part stream. Today, I'm only going to focus on how to use this tool, no code involved. Tomorrow, if you are bored or if you want something more complex, maybe in the next part we can really carry forward this tool and build something out of it. You want my social links? Okay, sure. I think it's, oh, you can't see my name in StreamYard here. Let me see if I can display it. Huh, that's interesting. I cannot display it. I guess I turned it off. No problem at all. Let me add my just, it's Ashwini XE everywhere. So Twitter, Ashwini XE, LinkedIn, wherever, GitHub, it's Ashwini XE everywhere for me. So you can, if you wanna catch up on that, you can just follow it everywhere. Awesome, no problem. Coolsies. Now, teachable machine. You don't need to create an account too. You don't need to have any account to just get started. So all I do is click on get started, and it asks me to create a new project. So we are about to create a machine learning project where we'll train our computer uh, to learn something. What? That is our choice. Really, this is an open conversation. If you are really creative, you want to suggest something for me, drop it in the chat and I can really do that live on stream. But then if not, I'll just go ahead and create something out of that I can think of. So we have three categories. You can build a model which takes an input as images and responds to the images that is fed it through the webcam. So you can see my webcam here. I can create a project which responds to the changes in webcam. The next one is audio project, which takes a second long audio and responds to changes in audio. Could be my voice recognition, could be an environmental sound like a knock on the door or an alarm, and I can attach functions to it. Third one is the pose, a very popular one, behaves and reacts on the changes in my posture, standing, running, or just making a very specific pose. This one is the category that I'll choose from. I'm going to start with an image project. It's very easy and straightforward. Once I click on that, you see two more options. If you have a hardware with you, an Arduino, you can go ahead and click for if your supported hardware supports machine learning, you can create machine learning for embedded systems. It's okay if you don't, totally fine. We are going to go for standard image model. But just if you want for embedded images, just make sure you have uh, these or one of these requirements satisfied in your board. I don't have that, so I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with standard image model. Uh, what this means is it's gonna uh, take images of this resolution to train the model. It's going to export my file in TensorFlow, TFLI, TFJS, and model size is around 5 megabytes. What is TensorFlow? Now, TensorFlow is the technology Teachable machine is built on. Uh, TensorFlow is basically, let me go ahead and actually share you. The teachable machine is actually made upon TensorFlow JS, which is machine learning in web browser. Let me drop this link in the chat for your reference. So TensorFlow JS is a machine learning for the web, and it's a library of machine learning made in JavaScript to train and run your models inside your web browser. Now, you must have heard, and if you have not heard, Python is a very popular tool, has very awesome libraries. TensorFlow is a very popular library, and all of that require dedicated software for you to train your models, Jupyter notebooks or Panda and stuff like that. So you need to install that, you need to configure it, and then once you have coded your program, only with the software you can compile and train your models. It requires a lot of processing power. You can use cloud solutions, but again, that is not cost effective. TensorFlow JS directly works inside your browser. So all you have to do is inject your code and your browser handles the calculation, it handles the models and everything else, the training of the models and everything. TensorFlow JS is open source, by the way. That means the code is publicly available. Let me go ahead and share the link to TensorFlow JS GitHub repository right here. Even the Teachable machines code is open source, I believe. But if I just go here and write TensorFlow, JS GitHub, and I can find all the code of TensorFlow JS open sourced here. What this means is TensorFlow JS is improved constantly by the community out there. If you are familiar with TensorFlow JS, you can also contribute to TensorFlow JS. And that technology is used to build Teachable machine right here. Oops. Let me, yeah. Now, before I move forward, I wanna just keep the stage open. If you have any questions, feel free to ask regarding TensorFlow or Teachable machine and anything like that. So let me go ahead and first do something and then tell you what's happening under the hood. Um, on the left hand side, there's a pane. You can create new projects. You can save your projects to Google Drive, which will do that soon, and open it back if you want to resume stuff. Since there is no account in Teachable Machine, you need to create a local copy or a copy on the drive to save your progress. You can download project or you can open it as a file. Now we have two segments here. These are called classes. Each class represents a state. So what state you want to represent, that is what a class is. In simple sense, think of it like classes in a college or in school. If you have like third standard class, all the students in that class are of third standard. That is a given. If you are in college and you're in your statistics class, every student in that class knows or is learning statistics. So that is what a class is. Similarly here, I can rename it and rename this class as me. Everything in this segment represents me. That is me right here in this shape that you see me. So there are two ways to train my model and tell that it is me, Ashwin. One is I upload the data in the form of images or from Google Drive or just drag and drop probably. Add the samples here. The second one is webcam that I shoot them right now and upload it. So I'm going to go for webcam. Uh, I'm going to go for webcam and hopefully it works. Whoops, that's the wrong webcam. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, that's the right webcam. So you can see the webcam here. There's an option to hold and record. If you're new, you'll probably see a tutorial too. I think you can see a tutorial here somewhere. Yeah, there are tutorials here. Feel free to watch that. But I'm going to show you how it goes like in tutorial. This webcam will take very small sized, highly compressed images of me. And the more the images, the better than the machine can train. Um, Typically, I would take 100 to 120 photos, and all I have to do is just hold, and it's going to take very rapid burst of images. And how am I behaving? That's going to be recorded and learned to my machine locally in this class. So I'm going to look at the camera, and I'm going to just hold it. I'm looking here and there, talking, and you can see I've already crossed 120 images. Wow, that was fast. Lots of images here. I can select and delete which one I don't want, but oh, this looks horrible, but it is fine. That's me. I want to tell whenever you see this state, just tell that is me. All right. Awesome. So I'm going to close this. I got 125 samples. That is me. All right. I'm going to define a new class now. Um, let's try something interesting. What can we do? Let's do a book. All right. So I'm reading this. It's called Working in Public by Nadia Egbal, The Making and Maintenance of Open Source Software. Really good book. Uh, It's a lot about open source. If you're really into open source, highly recommended you read this book. Pretty awesome. I want my machine to detect when I bring my book here, change the state from me to, let's say, me plus book. Pretty simple. So this is me, and I want machine to recognize this is me plus book. Gotta open my webcam again. Oops, to the good webcam. Yes. Gonna put my book light here, and I'm going to hold the record button. All right. Uh, and I'm going to do this. Move it a little bit around just for natural because I want it as much. Oh, we got 140 images. Awesome. We got two samples here now. Me and me plus book. Good samples. All I have to do is train. All right. There is advanced setting here. Something called epoch, batch sizes. We are going to learn them about them soon. But I'm going to leave this as is for now. But let's go ahead and train our model. While it's training, I got a very nice question. From last video, there was a question how a newbie in tech get involved with open source without any tech experience. Great question. Uh, what I would say is join communities. It's very difficult to do it alone. It's very fun, easy, and rewarding when you do it in teams. Global Hack Week is a great way to get started, make new friends, join Discord and say, hey, I'm new here, want to get involved in open source. You will find tons of friends who will help you get started with it. Join communities, be consistent with open source. There are times where you don't understand what's happening. Ask in public. Like DMs are great, but the same question can be answered by someone else who is, available at that moment. In DMs, you have to wait for availability. So ask in public when you have questions like this you have asked. That is a great way to ask questions. Other people who have the same doubt might get their answers from our conversation. So ask in public, get involved in communities, stay consistent, and just realize that it's going to take some time. You will not find your solution in a week that, oh, this is what I want to contribute. Open source is huge. Take some good time to have a pie shaped learning chart. Pie, you know how the shape of pie is like a horizontal line with two sticks, two vertical lines. Have a good knowledge of about everything, like a basic knowledge, and be master and really good at least two technologies. Same goes for open source. Involved in open source, different open source projects. uh, TensorFlow.js, MLOps, DevOps, Cloud Native. And once you find your thing, see if you can take a deep dive onto that. I hope that answers your question. One thing to remember, guys, keep the images in each class similar. Doesn't have to be, but if there's no bias between two classes, if one class handles. Oh yeah, okay, the number, yeah, kind of makes sense. Yes, but yeah, that totally works fine. But the higher, the more the images you have, it will be just more accurate. Uh, what I would say is have distinction between two classes. I'm going to show you that right now. A model is trained. Yeah. Uh, let me expand the out. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's weird because oh, I'm in the wrong camera. There you go. It's 100% me right here. It says, "Hey Ashwin, it's you." I know that. The class that is the machine model is sure of is me. Let me pull out my book. It's me and book. That's me, and it's me and book. How cool is that? Imagine I can just trigger a function with that in my code. What happens if I try to hide myself? Will it still work? Oh, it's still working. Interesting. So that's a side case we did not see. What if I hide and just show the book? I in that case I just want to be a class which says book. And what if I just like show it like maybe a little bit? Oh yeah, that's a 50-50. These small niche we need to minimize to make sure our model is as accurate as possible. So let me go ahead and add a class. You can add as many classes as you want and call it a book. Just the book. All right. Let's see if this works all right. So I'm going to open my webcam again. Let me just close this one. All right. I'm just going to show my book and tell that this is the book. Let me rotate it a little bit and a little bit more. There you go. Oh yeah, that would be absurd. If we have too many of one class and too less of other class, there is going to be problems because it just will be bias. Makes sense. Totally. So that's why I'm sticking and recommend around 100 is fine. You don't have to go for 1,000. But I got 114 of book. Let's see how this works now. I'm going to go ahead and train model. You want some soft background music in the background? I think I like that. Let's see. Oh, not this one. Okay, that's a lot. That's good. Awesome. Whoa, my camera is not on yet. There you go. That's me. Me and book. That's the book. Yep, it works all right. Hi, and that's me. Awesome. That's exactly what we wanted to achieve. Uh, think of the use case. We could use this technology to identify different scenarios because we are going to integrate that to in maybe one of our projects. I can turn it off and on. Oops. Yeah, all right. It's very difficult to stream my webcam data. I'm using my DSLR and I'm on Ubuntu, so it's even difficult to do it on Linux because there's no supported software. So I have to kind of like capture every frame. That's why it's like it says dummy video right here because it's actually a dummy. Can we use this model as an API? Great question. Let me just go ahead and show you what export model does. You don't need an API because you have the code ready for this at your disposal. So if I go to export model, I can export it in 3 different versions: TensorFlow JS, that is JavaScript; TensorFlow, which is Keras. You can use your Jupyter notebooks to execute this, or OpenCV Keras, or for Android, for mobile devices, we have TensorFlow Lite 2. I can just copy paste this code and it will work just exactly how I want it to. We have P5.js and JavaScript. I'm going to go for P5.js because there's a web editor to do that. Let me go ahead and copy this code. Open a new folder in my lovely project right here. There you go. GHW AI. Let me go ahead and open. Oops. Code dot. Let me open VS Code here. All right. There is VS Code. All right. Oops. We don't want that. Let's open a new. Wait. Let me check. Oh, you cannot see my screen, of course. Let me share my whole screen. There you go. Pull this up and we are here. Awesome. So this is a JavaScript file. I see a div tag and a script tag. That means it can be embedded inside HTML. I can also share a shareable link right here. So let me go ahead and upload my model and I can share the link directly to you and you can open this. Obviously it may not work for you because there are my images trained in this, but let me see if I can integrate this locally in my system. I'm gonna open and create index.html. Let me add some boilerplate with exclamation. Oh, that did not work. Yeah, there you go. Uh, so uh, Teachable machine. Let me go ahead and paste this code in my HTML. Yeah, awesome. I'm going to go and run this. It's running at port 5050, 550. Let me go ahead. Localhost 5500. This is running locally, all right? Bear in mind, this is running locally. Uh, is this working? Okay, I have to allow. And let me refresh. That's interesting. I think I have to change my integrated camera. Let's do that. Okay, it won't detect my camera for some reason, which is, oh, okay, my camera is it blocked? No, it's not blocked. It should totally work because I tried that out. Oh, okay, so my shareable link is ready. If I copy and paste it with you, you should be able to see something like this. Obviously that's not how it's supposed to look, but you can share it with the friends, but this should work. Let me figure out why is it not working. Refresh. It's absolutely weird because let me reset the permissions and then allow. Probably because this website is already using my camera. That could be. Let me turn off camera from here and then turn it here. That's weird. Let me try Firefox. Localhost 550. Oops. I think it's not working because I am streaming my webcam. Oh, is it still? No, it's not. Let me see one more time. Let me try integrated camera. This is absolutely weird. Stupid question. No question is stupid. By the way, all questions are amazing. If I show any rectangle object like some wood plastic, will it show me and book? Good question. We could actually try that. Let me try another book actually. There are a lot of ways to fool the system. So that's why a couple of good practices to do this would be have a clear background. So you can separate the object and only train the object. The link works from you. Awesome. That is so awesome. But yeah, you can definitely try to fool the system. Let me try that right now. It works. Awesome. See if you can paste your own code. Oh, it says UN book. Okay. That is not like supposed to happen because I trained it to for my face. But that's so cool that it worked for you. That's awesome. The code will also work locally in your system. For some reason, my camera is not being detected. Probably because I turned it on here. Let me turn it off. Oh no, StreamYard will run it anyway. But let's try to fool the system. You're back. Awesome. You can see it also depends on the camera that I'm using. So this is my webcam camera and this is my personal camera. Like DSLR and I trained it with this camera, so it will be more efficient. Whereas my internal camera, not really. But let me switch back. Let's try another book. Wow, that really messed this up. So it's like kind of book, but not the exact same book. You see that? It's 100% book, and it does not. It's quite slow. So there are ways to cheat the system. If you don't train your uh, classes properly. So keep in mind the background. I have a lot of colors in the background, which can mess up with the train distinction between class. So when I said it's me, it has to be me all around. That can help the accuracy a lot more. Let me see. What is this? Oh, we got an error. Nice. We don't want that. Let's try one more time. No, I think we are out of luck for now, but I'll fix that in before our stream starts. So wait, all good looks good here. Let me see if I can export it in JavaScript. So let me go ahead, JavaScript, Control Z, Control V, paste it there. Refresh. Oh, we got something. Start. Okay, started recording. I can see that, but I don't see. Oh, there you go. Wrong camera, but let me change the camera. Oh, it's changed. But you can see accuracy. It's not right. It says me and book is on higher accuracy because I'm using the wrong camera. But if I show the book, it's 100% book. So the scale is from 0 to 1, and it's JavaScript. It's working locally in my system, not even web. It's all JavaScript here. This is TensorFlow JS. We'll do a breakthrough of code line by line in the next part. Not now. Don't worry about that. What is this? We are just using the TensorFlow JS and telling my webcam to like create some predictions with everything that is uploaded on the web. So this is working. That is great. But if I go to P5JS, I can also see an online version probably. If I click on plus, allow this. Ah, awesome. Daytime. That's weird. Wait. Okay, this is just a demonstration. Yeah, I can just change stuff around here and there. And do we have the answers here? Okay, not right now, I guess. But yeah, P5JS, another great library. Let me just go ahead and share this for you. P5JS is meant to like make your webs more accessible, meant for designers and stuff. If you want to make your existing page very cool. So these are two JavaScript codes that we get, and I think I'll use JavaScript to export our code and make something interesting. What shall we make? I've been thinking to make something. Let's go ahead and create a new project. Remember to save your file. If I don't download it, at least copy works. So if I just download it, I can just download my model. There's no way to save it online. So if I close this tab, I will lose all of that. So be mindful of that. So I'm going to close it, and there's no way to recover it unless I upload it back from my downloaded one. I want to try pose now. The reason being, I think for a remote work, your back posture is super important. Maybe I can build a model which alerts me whenever I am not sitting all right. That would be very cool. So before I go, is Teachable Machine open source? I know the community is open source. Let me go ahead, Teachable Machine. Oops. Open source. Let me just write the GitHub. Let me drop the GitHub link here for you. There you go. We have a community here, but I don't think Teachable Machine. The version one of Teachable Machine is open source. Let me drop this and version one. What is version one? So if I go to this one, what we are using is the latest version, that is version 2. But version 1 was launched quite some time ago, but it's been years. So it looks like this, pretty simple, very easy. But I don't want tutorial. Same as what we saw previously, but it only had 3 classes at maximum, and it would not behave as we wanted. It would like show GIFs, these 3 GIFs, or whatever GIF that we want, based on what is right. So if I train it for me, I'm gonna do the same thing, hold it, and a little bit more, 90, a little bit more, 100. Confidence tells you how accurate right now I'm seeing. So it trained as soon as I recorded this. Let me have book here. There you go. And see what happens when I remove the book and show myself. You see the GIF is changing now. If I show both, it's kind of confused. Yeah. I can have a third one. I can have a third book. Let's try this one. Psychology of Money is a really good one. And a little bit more, and there you go. So we can remove this. You can see the GIF is changing as per the book I'm raising. It's kind of messy, but I can also have different sounds. I can have speech which say different stuff when it detects different objects. I don't know if you can see here my audio, but it's playing bird sounds, not trombone. So that was version one. Version one is open sourced. I've dropped the link in the chat. You can probably check that out. But let me see. Yeah, version one is open source right here. Let's see if version two is open sourced. Yeah, it's not probably. There's a community, you can check it out. But hang tight, we are going to build something like this soon. Not gonna spoil any hints for you. Yeah, it's pretty accurate, that's right. But the limitation it had was uh, you cannot have more than 3 classes here, whereas in version 2 you can have as many as you want. Uh, there were the version 2 is slightly more accurate. There are a lot of changes that have happened. I read the change log, I guess, a couple of days ago, but it's not oh, by the way, version 1 you cannot export it. You can see it here. I can record a video, but I cannot export. I cannot get the code out of it. I cannot upload it to Google Drive or download it. Version one was all about images, but we can now have audio and posture, and you can do a lot more in version two apart from just playing GIFs and just program it whatever you want. So back to version two, we are creating a posture here. Let me say straight. Uh, let me so oops. Oh, nice. It tells me when I'm looking straight. Okay, interesting. Nice. So this is my straight posture. This is the optimal posture I want to be in when I'm working. So I'm gonna just look down at my camera and wait it for it to capture. We have 60. Let's have more. 100 is good. Awesome. Let's see what other posture we can have. Like a flat back. Or let's just say it good posture. Okay, ish posture. This is where I'll be like kind of tired and like slouching slowly. So that would be like this. Uh, yeah, like this. This is how I would be. So let's do like this. A little bit more, and 100 is good. You can have more if it's not accurate enough. And let me add a new class and say time to take a break window. That means I have to get up and my posture is really bad. I will just take a walk or just get up and stuff. Like this is really bad. Like, okay, this is really bad. How would that be? That would be like this, very close to the screen and very slouched. This is how would be my posture. Bear with me, I'm just freezing for a second. And a little bit more. Oh, we hit 100. Awesome. Three different postures. Should we add more? We can have more postures, yes. But let's train it for now. So it's gonna take some time. Let's see if I have any questions that I missed. Feel free to ask any. We are almost near the end, but this is just a part one. We'll continue, resume part two tomorrow. So you might be wondering what is epochs here. Uh, defines right here and here, but epoch is typically when all the training data is used at once. Like this, we have 103 poses. When that is used, that is called one epoch. And 50 epoch would mean 50 different iterations that I want this model to learn. So go through that 50 times. The more epochs, the more time it takes, but more accurate the results are. Batch size is the number of samples that is processed before the model is updated. Uh, Kind of like, you know, uh, think of it like just it's the batch size. Like how often do I want each batch of them to go process and learn from them before you update the model with new results. I hope that makes sense. Learning rate is how much of accuracy you want. I would not recommend changing the learning rate because learning rate affects every iteration. So there is that. It just optimizes your algorithm internally. For each learning rate, you have like a minimum loss function. I don't want to get into the details because we are talking about no maths and no code right now. Uh, but learning rate basically affects the efficiency and the correctness of your model. Wow, we're almost done. Wow, it took 2 minutes to do that. Not bad. Must be very hard on the system. Wait, let me check my activity, like how. Oh, it's not using a lot of memory. Nice. Let me close this. And you know what? Let me actually keep this on. Oh, we are back. Awesome. Let's see. Uh, is this a good posture? Yes, my back is straight. I'm looking straight in my laptop. Let me slouch a little bit. Yeah, it's okayish posture. I've been in this place for let's say 30 minutes. Uh, and let me just okay. This is a This is really cool. Um, it would be even cooler if I could like have an alert, like a alarm. It beeps when I am like in this posture, and it kind of like notifies me it's okayish posture, and like, oh yeah, you're doing really great. Learning rate is like an error. Uh, yes and no. Uh, you can say that, but there is a lot more involved than that. So, but yeah, you can in simplicity, yes, it is like an error, error margin of plus minus. Let me see if I can export this. Oh, it's only in JavaScript. VS Code. Don't need this. Oops, this. Yeah, I don't need that too. Let's go to localhost. Start. Let me turn off my camera here. But this one is not working. That's interesting. Wait, is the code right? Yeah, it looks good to me. I know, right? It's very accurate and easy, Dikshita. Super fun, but it saves me so much time that I don't have to worry about creating models anymore. Let me actually just show it right here. Yeah, very cool stuff. Let me go ahead and go a little bit back, and let me just slouch a lot. Oh wow, very cool stuff. Uh, you know what? Let's take it a level further. Um, how about I integrate this in a project of my own, like with code. We have the code already. Let me just create a website or like a web page which runs in the background and just gives an alert every time I slouch a lot, and like gives me sparkles if I am in good posture for like 30 seconds or a minute. How about that? Right? I can have more class. I can add a class where I'm not there. I'm away from I'm away from the desk, and it will give me an alert like it's time to come back. We can make it more complicated like that. That's gonna be very fun. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow because we are at time right now. Uh, if I missed any questions, feel free to ask that tomorrow. But that is it for now. Go ahead, play with Teachable Machine. Show us what you made. I would love to see what you made in the Discord chat. All the cool ideas are welcome. If you want me to build something tomorrow, we are going to resume this Teachable Machine. I'm gonna do a bit of coding, but nothing related to machine learning. So it's going to be like just making our machine learning model, which we made today, to something realistic, something that I could actually use in a day-to-day life. Awesome. Thank you everyone for joining. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Enjoy Global Hack Week, and I'll see you around. Bye.